The envelope budgeting method is a system that involves allocating cash into physical envelopes or virtual categories to represent different spending categories. It helps you manage your expenses by visually separating and limiting your spending in various budget categories. Here's how the envelope budgeting method typically works. Identify your spending categories, determine the main spending categories that align with your financial goals and lifestyle. Common categories include groceries, dining out, transportation, entertainment, utilities, clothing, and personal care. Customize the categories to suit your specific needs. Determine budgeted amounts. Set a budgeted amount for each spending category based on your income, financial priorities, and expenses. Consider factors such as your fixed expenses, savings goals, and debt repayment obligations. Ensure your total budgeted amounts align with your income. Assign envelopes or categories. Create physical envelopes or virtual categories to represent each spending category. If using physical envelopes, label them with the name of the category and allocate a specific amount of cash to each envelope. Allocate funds, distribute the allocated amount of cash into the respective envelopes or assign virtual amounts to each category. For example, if your monthly grocery budget is $300, place $300 in the groceries envelope or assign a virtual $300 to the virtual groceries category. Spend from the envelopes. When making purchases or paying bills, take the required amount of cash from the corresponding envelope. If using virtual categories, track your spending within each category using a budgeting app or spreadsheet. Review and adjust. Regularly review your envelope system and track your spending against your budgeted amounts. Adjust your spending habits or budgeted amounts as needed to ensure you stay within your allocated limits. Benefits of the envelope budgeting method. Visual and tangible. The physical envelopes or virtual categories provide a visual representation of your spending and available funds. It helps you see how much money is allocated for each category and encourages mindful spending. Control and accountability. The envelope system imposes spending limits within each category, promoting better control and accountability for your spending habits. It discourages overspending and helps you prioritize your financial goals. Easy to implement, the envelope budgeting method is relatively simple and doesn't require complex tools or software. It's accessible to anyone, regardless of their technological proficiency. Flexibility, you have the flexibility to adjust your spending categories and budgeted amounts based on changing needs or financial circumstances. The envelope system allows for easy modifications without disrupting your overall budgeting structure. Encourages saving. By setting aside funds in envelopes or categories specifically dedicated to savings, you're reminded to prioritize saving and accumulate funds for future goals. Remember, the envelope budgeting method requires discipline and commitment to consistently manage your spending and keep track of your envelopes or virtual categories. It may take time to find the right balance in budgeted amounts and categories, so be open to making adjustments along the way.